Hey, how's it going? Today we are going to talk about 8 strategies to make 30 to 60 connections or reconnections per month. In this video, we're going to talk about why working only with people that you know isn't going to grow your business long term. I'm going to talk about 8 strategies used to meet more people so you can create predictable sales in your network marketing business, which of course leads to predictable team growth and more predictable income for your family, and what to start focusing on as in-person interaction starts to become an option again. And so in general, I teach people how to sell, and a lot of the work is around how to communicate and build value, how to make the closing and sales process easy and effective, and then overcoming mindset shifts to make people feel guilty about selling. However, if you don't have people, like, an important part of the sales process is this question that we're going to ask today about how many people do you know? Recently, my coach recommended a book called Fix This Next that asks me simple, direct questions, and I'm going to ask them to you today. The first, and it's not as profound, is do you know your needed sales in order to support your lifestyle? I was able to answer yes, I did. The next question, though, do you generate enough new prospects to support your needed sales? Oof. And then the book said, if the answer is no, stop reading, fix that next. Once you're done, you can fix the next thing on your list. When we apply this to our coaching practice, it really, really helped a lot. And I started asking this question to my private clients. Do you generate enough prospects to support your needed sales? Period. And unfortunately, for many clients, the answer was no at that particular time. And so here we're going to get into some real talk. And this conversation is for people who have a goal to earn significant income in your business. And so what I consider significant income really depends on what that means to you, right? It would be like a part-time income that has a place in your home to take care of your family. It might be career income or it might be part-time. Either way, it means your business is a priority, and you're really trying to make this work as a business, as opposed to this is something I do for fun every once in a while. We love our people who like to do things for fun, but what I'm going to talk about today is not exactly for that type of person. So here we go. Now, not every single person is a prospect. So the question is, do you generate enough new prospects to support your needed sales? Not everyone you meet is a prospect. They are going to be a connection. And so what we're going to talk about today is connections and reconnections, and how does this all work? So a prospect is someone who is at least someone interested in what you have to offer. And so I'm going to give you a breakdown. And just like in my world, not everyone in my Facebook group is a prospect, but maybe people who have done appointments with us or have attended webinars, right? Those people would, right? You need connections, then prospects. So let me show you how this works. So my hypothesis, let me move this back a little bit. See that better? Okay, so my hypothesis is 30 to 60 connections, right? Working on that consistently for 90 days will create 5 to 10 new customers per month. And then that will generate 1 or 2 people who are going to start sharing or referring or hosting or building or whatever that looks like. And so here's how this breaks down. I'm just going to use 60 as an example. So 60 connections, right, might lead to 20 people that you invite to either a one-on-one or some sort of event, either something you're hosting, your upline, your company, something where they would be able to learn about what it is that you're doing and make a decision. Out of those, not everyone is going to say yes or attend, but let's say we have maybe 7 people say yes to a one-on-one, and 7 people say yes to an event. So that's a total of 14 people. Out of these, right, maybe we get one-on-ones typically convert higher, maybe 5 to 6. And here we might have 3 to 5, depending on how that all goes down. And so this math is really important. And a lot of our clients, they don't want to be high pressure, pushy, or salesy. But the reason they might feel high pressure, pushy, and salesy, they might be trying to get like 14 connections to become 14 people that actually learn about the products. And we actually need to make us a little bit less attached to the outcome. So now, if you think that's a lot, take a deep breath. I have some strategies for you. Each of these can be online or in person. And with intention and commitment and knowing, right, what the goal is, I think that's really important. Any of these strategies can eventually create prospects for your business. And remember, you're a network marketer. You are a networker. As your primary responsibility is to make your network bigger. And so how do we do that? I think there's enough room to put this here. Okay, so number 1 is going to be people you know. I'm going to run out of room here. That's okay. I'm going to flip the chart to this flip chart. Okay, so number 1 is going to be people that you know. And people that you know, this is going to be reconnections or just strictly inviting. And this is the only strategy that a lot of people know because it's what you typically use when you start a business, right? In the first 30 to 90 days. But after that, we need to be a little bit more strategic. So number 2, hobbies or interests, AKA get a life. Yes, I'm telling you to spend more time in your hobbies and interests because that's where people are. If you are just at home watching Netflix alone all day, then it's going to be really, really hard to make connections. But go pick up some of those interests that maybe you've put down for a while. Number 3, referrals. So these are going to be people that connect other people to you, third-party connections, and this is another way to meet more people. Number 4, hosting. It's like the writing's getting a little sloppier here. This is where a customer, someone you already know, says yes to inviting their own network to an event where you're going to share. This isn't, if your events are fun, this isn't as hard. If your events are like poking someone's eye out, then that's going to be a lot harder for you. So let's look at number 5, which is going to be vendor events, farmers markets, expos. Well, many of these events are only in person. There are some online options, but there also are going to be outdoor options as well. So do research in your area. This is a place where you can meet 10, 15, 20 people just in one shot, right? And so this is a great avenue to increase these numbers. Business networking groups. A lot of our clients belong to BNI. One of my clients belongs to like networking group is like online speed networking. I used to belong to the eWomen's Network. So these networking groups, they're designed to connect you with other businesses so you can do collaborations. That's really, really awesome. And you'll notice that these are getting a little bit harder as I go forward. Like they're kind of listed in difficulty, right? So speaking events, let's say, most network marketers that we work with, it's not like they haven't ever done anything in their life. So they typically have some area of knowledge or expertise or something that they're good at outside of their network marketing business, something they're really interested in. And so collaborating with people to get like play where you can speak, not necessarily on the network marketing product, but actually in that other area of expertise will expose you to more people. So you'll be able to meet more people through some of those avenues. As you build those relationships, right? You can invite them to one-on-ones or events as that makes sense. And number 8 is partnerships. With different local businesses. One of my clients is really well connected in the medical community. And so she helps other doctors integrate the network marketing portion into their business, which is really cool. Sometimes they'll host an event for her, sometimes they'll refer, or sometimes they'll actually just sell a product out of their practice, which is really great. And you don't need to implement all of these, although I'm sure you can imagine that if you spent 25% to 50% of your time in networking, right, in meeting people and saying, hi, I'm Tasha, nice to meet you, in whatever way, online or in person, then you would be able to make 60 connections with a little bit of strategy behind each of these, a little bit of knowing what to say, but mostly it's just knowing this is a really important part of the business, because it doesn't matter how great your products are, it doesn't matter how even good your sales skills are, it doesn't matter how great of a leader you are, if the connections aren't, if you're not spending time making intentional connections often, right? Enough that are in line with your enrollment and your growth goals, then you're just going to end up being stuck. And I don't want that for you. So what I would recommend is take 2 or 3 of these strategies and get really good at them, or pick one and get really, really good at it for 3 months, and then pick another one and layer it on top and get good at that one for 3 months, and then pick another one and layer that on top. Get really, really good at that for 3 months, and over 6 to 9 months, now you have a really, like, you can answer that question. So let me see. What was the question that I asked? Exactly. Do you generate enough new prospects to support your needed sales? And with intention and time blocking and focus and knowing that number is so critical, you'll be able to answer yes. So I hope this was really helpful for you. This is certainly like a more technical training, but I know that if you're watching this, you want to be able to have your business be a bigger part of your life and a bigger way that in which you support your family and make an impact on the world. And so I hope this was super helpful for you. Have a great day, and we'll talk soon.